Okay, so I did a thing and I bought a pre-loved item from eBay and I'm going to bring you along for the ride. So if that's of interest to you, keep on watching. Hey, it's Chloe. If you're new around here, welcome to Planning with Chloe, and if you're not, welcome back. So in this video, I'm going to unpackage the thing that I did, the pre-loved purchase that I made, and I'm not sure why. I do know why, actually. I'd been looking at something online and then I saw it on Instagram and yeah, I went for it. So currently my work planner is the Filofax Camden. This is the A5 size in, I'm not sure if they call this colour olive or something else, but basically it's a green colour. And this is meant to be their vegan leather, sustainable, removable rings, body bloop. And this is currently my work planner just for work. So I love this planner. I love the colour green, I love how I've got it set up, I love the size of the rings. I do love a lot of things about it, but I have been in this planner since I bought it. And I'm feeling like I want a bit of a change for September, maybe. I don't know. So anyway, I did a thing and I bought this, pre-loved off eBay. And I just so happened to have seen a setup, and I don't want to share a picture because firstly it's someone else's Instagram picture, so I probably can't share it. I will put a link in the comment, actually. That is okay to do. And I absolutely loved it, and I thought it did change my mind on the thing that I was going to purchase. So I was toying with the idea, because as much as I want to order a planner cover from say Cloth and Paper, I do love their planners, the way that they look. I've never actually had one, and it just feels like quite a big expense for something that I'm not sure about. And then there's like I'm based in the UK, so there is the shipping costs that I have to take into consideration, and the duty, taxes, all of that kind of stuff. And that's really putting me off doing that. I've already got Moterms, and I would like the Moterm Elite, but they don't do an A5. And so I saw this, and originally I thought maybe I could buy a new Filofax, a domino, because it has 2 pen loops. And I quite like the grey colour in the domino, and I already knew how I might set that one up, and the ring size seemed to be quite good. Or the Saffiano in the A5, I quite like the pocket configuration, kind of. I think I preferred the pocket configuration in the domino, but they're not leather planners, and I think I would rather a leather planner, just because my first planner that I ever bought back in the early noughties was a Filofax domino, and it's seen better days. Let me just grab it. This is the first ever Filofax I bought. It's very dusty. This is the first ever planner I ever bought, and yeah, it's small but mighty. But as you can see, because it's not real leather, I mean, this is this is what 20 years does to something, so yes. But anyway, so that's what was kind of putting me off going with the domino, in that I don't see it having a lot of legs, as it were. Whereas with a leather cover, I feel like it's more durable. And then when I spotted this pre-loved, I was like, well, that's even better, because I'm giving something a second lease of life. So I got, oh my God, I got a Filofax original. Okay, I don't know how I feel. Can definitely see where it's going to get worn. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, thank you. Okay, so she says, I hope you love your new Filofax. I've enclosed a little extra notebook as well. So that's really sweet. Oh my goodness. Okay, this isn't, it's not like, oh, what's the word? Pen pal mail or anything. This I actually purchased from eBay, but that's quite cool. I can give this to my middle child. She'll love something like this for school. So that was really sweet. We've got the ruler in here. We've got the 6 ivory, or do they call it ivory or cream card dividers. I've got a top opening pocket and then the little plain notebook at the back. I mean, it all looks in very good, clean. Oh, there's 2 rulers there. And then you can, the image that I saw online, they did almost use this as a second pen loop that I thought was quite good. The only thing that I'm worried about is the size of the rings on this. So I think these are, they 25 millimeter. Let's have a look. Yes, they are 25 millimeter rings, and the Camden is, well, I'm not going to be able to measure this because I got it fall to the rafters, but I want to say it's 3 centimeters, so 30 millimeters. Yeah, so I'm losing 5 centimeters, but the reason that I've gone for this in the end is because I wanted something a bit more compact for putting in my work bag. And I feel, I mean, look at that. I know this isn't full yet, but I feel the original is just going to give me, it's just going to be a little bit lighter. So the original thing that had sparked this, I know I keep saying original, the thing that had sparked this decision was I was toying with the idea of having a personal size planner as well, just to sort of shrink things down, but a personal size planner for my personal life planner. Although this is my personal life planner, home life, and it is massive because it's the Norfolk. It has humongous rings and it weighs an absolute ton, but I quite like that I've got everything that I need in here, that I could fill this up. Not that I want to, but I could. And maybe I want something on the go, a personal size, but then I got thinking, well, actually, maybe I should try to shrink down my work planner. And although I know I absolutely could not go down to a personal size for my work planner because I need to be able to draw floor plans and things, maybe something with slightly smaller rings, so these 25 millimeter rings, could work. So we're going to see. Now, in terms of the sections that I have in this work planner, the vellum I did myself. This is just a piece of wallpaper from Laura Ashley, a discontinued sample from one of my books that I needed to cut out, and I decided to recycle it. And then I have a pouch where I keep spare lead, some business cards and ink. Eventually I need to get some more ink. Then I've got my inbox. Now I've kind of fallen off the wagon on my inbox in both my personal life planner and my work planner, so I need to figure out what I can do to get back on track with that. An idea that I had was having a daily insert, because I'm often sort of ending the day with a project in the midst of things, and I need to make a little note to myself as to what I need to get on with the next day. So I created this daily insert where it's not dated, it's not a week, so I can do, say, a Thursday, and then I'm coming back in on a Saturday because I don't work Fridays, and then I'm back in on the Monday. And so this allows me to just have a rolling daily log of what I need to do each day, if that makes sense. And then we've got my trackers. Now my tracker is another one of the list inbox inserts, but I've created columns so that I can track how many leads I'm getting each month. I can cross them off when I've presented the project to them and tick them off when they've placed their order and the project is closed. So this tracker is mainly a way of me visually seeing where I'm at with projects very quickly, on the whole, where I'm at like a bird's eye view for the month. But I'm thinking of actually designing myself an insert to help manage that, so I don't have to keep drawing it out every time. My next section is my projects section. I've got no decoration in between each of these dividers. My planner is already big and bulky enough as it is. But I've got my project checklist where I can note down the key information when I start a project. I can check that I'm actually going through each of the milestones of the project, because it is literally just me working on the projects. There's no one above me who has SOPs or any kind of protocols that, you know, you check through as you work. It's very much you have to be responsible for managing yourself and organising your time and your projects. So this is something that I created to help me stay sane. Then we've got the notes section where I can just make any notes when I get a new client in. It will start here for taking their brief or what have you, and then I can file it into my alphabet index dividers under their name to just make it really easy for me to find each of those clients, each of those projects when I need to look at their notes or take more notes or have a look at their floor plan that I've sketched, what have you. And then finally, I've just got some bits at the back that I can't really show. So I've got a pocket for my expenses receipt, just one of those top opening pockets as we saw in here. So I've got one of these in the back for expenses and receipts, and then at the very back behind everything, after my page lifter, I've got my traveler's notebook, and in here again I can't really show a lot, but I'm basically using a dated vertical weekly. And the reason that I've gone for this hourly schedule style is because not only do I want to block out my working hours in here, but I use this as a way of logging what I've done each day. So when I'm asked, say during one of my reviews, what have you been doing? If it's been a quiet season for me, then I can say, well, I've filled my time doing this, that and the other. Or if I've been very busy and perhaps not keeping up with my online training, then I can show that, well, actually I've had a home visit here, a virtual presentation there, and it just helps me keep a track. Yes, it is time consuming in that you do have to fill it out, but when it becomes part of your workflow, in that every time I finish a chunk of work, I make sure I come in here, make a note of it in the relevant time slot before then moving on to the next thing, or at the end of the day, making sure that I've left 10 minutes before my shift ends to update this log, as it were, of what's going on, what I've spent my time on. So that is the work planner, and I'm going to have to somehow condense all of this down into here. I mean, I can already see the traveler's notebook is going to slot quite nicely into there, so that's cool. I can put my, can I put that in there? That just about fits in there, although it does lift up, and I didn't really notice that when I was looking at the images online. I think that lifts up more than I feel comfortable with. I'm not sure. And then I've got, see, maybe that needs to go that way around. Not that these pens are even going to be in here, because no, that's even worse. What I'll actually be doing is going with a different colour combo, which I'm not going to share yet. I'm quite excited. It's a little bit leery, the little combo that I'm going to go with, but I'm excited to set this up. So anyway, I thought I'd just do a share of the thing that I did. I wonder if I can clean these scuff marks off, or do I just accept that this is going to happen as I start to use the planner. I mean, it's still in really good condition. The only thing is, with these originals, I feel like the thing that always put me off getting an original is sometimes when I saw the pre-loved ones on eBay, they would be very like creased in the leather. Here would be very, very like elephant's knees. And that kind of put me off getting one, because I feel when you open it up, it does get that wrinkly bit where you're going against the natural curve. And that's just because of how this leather is coloured and treated. But I quite like this brown, the reverse of the hide, or the suede part of the hide on the inside. I love this browny toffee colour against the stone. Yeah. Oh, anyway, I did a thing. This is it. And there will be a video where I set it up for September, maybe. I feel like what I'm setting it up for September isn't very... we can make it pumpkin spice kind of theme. That, like, when you see what I'm going to do in terms of the colours, and I'm giving the game away now, it may or may not be orange. Yeah, anyway, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you're interested in seeing how I get this set up with my pens and other bits and pieces, and how I'm going to change the little bit of decoration up the front, I might streamline down some of my notes so this isn't quite as chunky. You know, first off, the big cliffhanger is, am I going to be able to fit this into this? And looking at it off the bat, it looks like a hard no, but you know, maybe it will. But yeah, I'm excited. I mean, even this, and sorry, I keep waffling, but even this lilac colour looks really lovely with this. Anyway, bye for now, planner friend. Bye, 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 bye.